Кралското педигре ја овозможува контакт со некои од највлијателните луѓе во светот. Принцезата Елисавета е втора братучеда на шпанската кралица Софија и на принцот Чарлс. Таа е и прва братучеда со Мајкл, принцот од Кент, кој наредната недела ќе ја посети Македонија.
Do you keep in touch with the European royal family?
Yeah, I keep in touch with all of them, particularly.
Who is your closest relative?
Closest relative are the Kents, really, because they're the children of my mother's sister. So I was now in Italy with Michael, Prince Michael of Kent, and I'm having dinner with Duke of Kent and his sister Alexandra in February, and I have a tea party with Prince Charles arranged for early February, and so it's very nice to have them.
What kind of a relationship is? Because when we think of a relationship between royalties, we always think, a lot of formalities, writing letters, telegrams.
No, thank God there's the internet. I write idiotic emails, especially to the two Kent brothers. We try to write, one has to make worse joke than the one before, so we're always in touch on internet, even today.
And with Prince Charles?
Yeah, he's no good on internet. It's very, I have to go through the secretary or call him on the phone, and it's too complicated.
What do you think of William and Kate?
Lovely. I went to the wedding, which was beautiful. I think it's great, lovely. I knew him as a little boy, he and his brother Harry. I was reading in my diary 20 years ago. We went to stay with Charles in the country, and we were playing hide and seek and running around, and they were just sweet little boys. And he's a wonderful father, and always is devoted to his children.
Prince Charles?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be a good king?
I do, because he's totally devoted. He's like a Renaissance prince. That's how I see him. He's not at all superficial, and he's very involved with anything of great importance, whether it's about ecology or about the environment or about architecture. I mean, he's got a lot of very important projects, and he's done a lot of good in Romania. He's rebuilt entire villages that were crumbling, let's say 18th century villages. He's done the same thing in England, in Cornwall, made them all ecologically sound. It's very brilliant. But people don't know all the good things he does.
You think the media starts liking him more than before?
Probably, but you see, the press is very superficial. They like glamour, and if you're not as good looking as
Diana.
George Clooney, they make fun of you.
Or Princess Diana.
Or like Princess Diana. And if you have ears that stick out, they will make fun of you. I did that to my little boy when he was 9 years old. He had ears that stuck out. I had them operated. Because I knew if he went through school and they saw him like that, they'd call him Dumbo, and I thought it was cruel.
Prevention.
It's true. You can call him up and ask him.
You've done so many amazing things, and finally, kind of closing of the chapter is the rehabilitation.
Yeah. I'm not finished yet.
I'm sure there's plenty of things that you will do.
I have to bring back his body now for an official funeral.
Will that happen?
Tomorrow. Have a meeting with the patriarch. I have to. He has to have an official funeral. He was head of state.
But even King Peter,
he doesn't want to come back. He put in his will he wants to be buried in America.
But your father specifically said that he wanted to be buried here?
Didn't say anything at all.
So you feel it's your...
I have to.
It's your mission.
Listen, there are 23 empty places in the crypt. My cousin told some bishops that they can't be buried there because there's no room. So the two bishops, whom I know very well, went to see him and they said, "Excuse me, but there are 23 empty places." So he said, "Oh, okay."
So everything in your life is a battle, even now burying your parents.
Everything is a battle, I know.
Aren't you getting tired?
Yes, but I'm going on holiday in 2 days.
Perfect. Lastly, you're here, your children are not, they're in the States.
I know, if I had a normal life I would spend more time with them.
But who will continue your mission?
Good question. I don't know, I must find a youth pill so that I can go on for another 50 years. Maybe I'll find one in my city.
Your daughters, do they want to come here?
Catherine, yes, but listen, they can't make enough money to live with 5 children in this country. They're used to having a different lifestyle. They live high lifestyle in California. I mean, they make a lot of money, they make movies, etc., etc. It's not possible. If I had a big place to live, and if we got this film moving, If we get the money from Russia, for instance, then they will have to come. I hope by then I'll have somewhere else to live. This is very nice, but there's no room for 5 more people in here. I mean, we could all... They have slept in my room upstairs and let's put the babies on the floor, but the babies are now 8 and 10, so it's not quite so easy. I wouldn't mind for a while, but it's not really very practical.
What do you want to be remembered as?
Oh, God. I think for having done this, brought back some truth to the country, maybe helped to bring peace. You see, it's not only important for me or for my father or for Serbia, it's also important for Europe what I did. You see, puts a different perspective on Europe. I hope it can bring stability and some peace to this nation. I hope that the people who like war will stop wanting war, and that the women who are the peacemakers will succeed in bringing peace. I really think it's time for the women to bring back wisdom and intelligence.
Во чудесна животна приказна што ја води од кралските дворци до световниот живот, принцезата Елисавета денес ја предпочита едноставноста и спокојот на приватноста. Годините како да не оставиле трага на неа, а грациозноста ги оддава тајните на нејзиното потекло. Во спокојот на нејзиниот апартман во Белград се збогуваме со принцезата, што го отфрли кралскиот живот и одлучи за прв пат за македонската јавност да ја раскаже својата животна приказна.